Hey guys, and welcome to Bytes and Bits. We are an organization whose goal is to help small businesses get into cloud computing or help any kind of IT issues that they may have. And we are also in the business of help bringing the education of cloud computing and other computer science and information technology services to the community and schools so that they can better be prepared for what their next goals are in life. So we are Bytes and Bits, and today's session we are actually talking about what is cloud computing. So cloud computing is an on-demand availability of computer system resources. In short, the simplest way to put it is it's somebody else's computer. We are utilizing resources from a vendor of cloud computing. The popular ones are AWS, Google, and Microsoft. We're utilizing their resources, and they have a lot of different resources and a lot more capabilities without us having to put up the capital funding to have these high computing power that we have through these other services. So the computing power and the data storage are some of the resources and some of the services that we have through these cloud computing vendors. And I'll be focusing a lot on AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, and the resources that they have. But the advantage of using cloud computing is it reduces the capital expenses that we have whenever we are either a startup or are making some updates to an established business, and we'd have to decide, whether or not we want to invest in the capital for the technology and the manpower, anything else that may be part of it, and the environmental and the updates and the upkeeps, and all those little things that you may not be aware of. We want to invest all the time and the resources into that, or do we want to offset to let that be taken care of by another vendor? So that is regards to computing power, it's regards to data storage, it's regards to a wide variety of things of how we can scale up whenever we're ready to, and whenever it's going to be a benefit to us, as opposed to having to make a huge purchase upfront. So the way we access the cloud is through the internet. As long as you have internet access, you are able to access the cloud. My focus with Bytes and Bits is to help the rural communities, and is to focus on the rural communities and the small businesses. And as being someone who grew up and still lives in a rural community, which I love, I do know that the internet can be hit or miss in some locations. But as long as you're able to access the internet, whether it be through your local McDonald's, through a coffee shop, through a library, you are able to build and to access the cloud. So what do you need to access the cloud? All you really need is some sort of computing device, and that can be something like a PC, it can be a Mac, it can be a Chromebook, it can be a tablet, it can be any kind of computing device that will allow you to access the internet. You don't need a whole lot of storage or computing power in these devices because you are using the storage and the computing power on your cloud vendor. And then we are going to talk about how you can subscribe to this channel so you can learn more about cloud computing and the variety of components of it. These videos are intended to be 5 minutes or less, and just to address specific focal points. And this one is what is cloud computing. So be sure to subscribe to this channel, or you can text me at 740-300-1684. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.